Amass chef Matt Orlando is back with a new Copenhagen restaurant. We're Anders and Kaitlin, and we travel for food. But today we're in our hometown of Copenhagen, and we're taking you to Esse, the brand new restaurant from chef Matt Orlando. The former Noma head chef is best known for creating Amass, widely regarded as one of the world's most sustainable restaurants. Amass sadly closed in 2022 after an impressive 10-year run. But now Matt Orlando is back. Esse is the continuation of the Amass legacy. And yes, the world-famous potato bread is still on the menu. Esse is hidden in a back alley in Copenhagen's Nordhavn neighborhood, inside a restored warehouse from 1895. The restaurant seats just over 40 guests, with 4 bar stools facing the open kitchen reserved for walk-ins. In a world of white tablecloths, Esse is undoubtedly the cool kid on the fine dining scene, with colorful painted walls, rap music playing over the speakers, and shelves lined with jars of fermenting ingredients that double as decor. For anyone who's been to Amass, the space feels instantly familiar. Esse serves 2 tasting menus, 12 courses for 1,600 kroner, or 7 courses for 1,000. We went for the full shebang. Esse offers both a natural wine pairing and a non-alcoholic pairing, created in collaboration with Copenhagen producer Murray. These aren't sugary juices or kombuchas, they're complex ferments and kefirs, crafted with the same level of creativity as the food. The meal kicked off with a bowl of potato crisps, made from leftover potato bread, dusted with celeriac and fennel powder. These tasted like potato chicharrones, crunchy, crispy, and absolutely addicting. This was served with a lightly effervescent glass of white currant, blackberry leaves, and marigold. The first dish on the menu celebrated the end of tomato season with a ceviche-style bowl of cured zander with preserved tomatoes and a toasted tomato leaf cream. The flavors were bright and tropical, elevated by smoked tomato skin oil, pickled habanada peppers, and chewy tomatoes that tasted like candy. It was a strong start to the meal and paired perfectly with the non-alcoholic drink made from fennel flowers, wild rose kefir, and fermented habanada, a non-spicy habanero pepper. Then came the return of the world-famous fermented potato bread, Orlando's signature serving. This bread is worth a visit to Esse alone. Yakitori grilled, finished in the oven, and served warm, it's fluffy and spongy with small chunks of potato inside and a slightly crispy crust. This is bread you can really sink your teeth into. It's served with a whipped butter made from leftover vegetable skins. We loved the chunky texture and garlicky flavors of this butter. It's so umami-rich, we'd believe you if you told us it was bacon butter. Another highlight of the meal was a serving of glazed celeriac and apples. The slices were topped with ramson capers, parsley oil, and a strong, salty cheese sauce that felt like a comforting hug. Of course, we used the potato bread to scarpetta that cheese sauce. These courses were paired with a drink made from carbonic macerated strawberry and quince, sweet and funky with gentle tannins from a pear skin infusion. The next dish was equally comforting, a creamy potato puree studded with fermented leeks, finished with burnt leek oil, and a generous spoonful of vendisro on top for a perfect salty pop. The following non-alcoholic pairing was a smoky and intense combination of lacto-fermented cascara and cherry stems. While the drink was a bit strong on its own, it matched well with the next serving, a smoked beetroot skewer. Red beets were roasted in leftover coffee grounds, then sliced, dried, rehydrated, smoked, and barbecued. The result tasted like beet jerky, beety, meaty, and packed with umami. The skewer was topped with a quince and habanada kosho and served with a spicy dipping sauce made from walnut yogurt and chili oil. Then came the craziest serving on the menu, noodles made from fish bones. The team breaks down the fish and pressure cooks the bones with water, pulverizing them into a powder that is transformed into noodles. They don't taste fishy at all, but have a hearty chew similar to a buckwheat noodle. Also in the bowl, cured egg yolk, sliced turnips, salted shiso, and chili oil. And of course, we got to enjoy the rest of the fish. Grilled monkfish was served with roasted koji butter and burnt leek oil. The fish was perfectly cooked and came with a rich buttery sauce. Orlando left us the pot, so obviously we had to ask for more potato bread to soak up every drop. These 2 courses were paired with a fresh and woodsy drink made from juniper kefir, paraskins, and gooseberries. There was still one more savory course to go: wild duck breast confit in juniper oil and duck fat, yakitori grilled, and served with hazelnut puree, radicchio, and a plum sauce with brown butter. This could almost have been a dessert. It was an excellent main course and paired perfectly with the lacto-fermented plum drink made in collaboration with Murray. The first dessert was fresh and creamy, more of a palate cleanser, with whipped yogurt, frozen carrots, and apricot vinegar. We didn't expect to love this as much as we did. It was such an interesting mix of textures, flavors, and temperatures. The dessert beverage pairing was our favorite of the night, a sweet blend of woodruff, fig leaf kefir, and apples. The main dessert was all about bread. Esse takes day-old sourdough loaves from a neighboring bakery and turns them into a bread ice cream, topped with cascara caramel and fried breadcrumbs. This was a perfectly balanced sweet and salty dessert, and we loved the insanely crunchy breadcrumbs on top. It reminded us of the cereal milk soft serve with cornflakes from Milk Bar. This was so good we had to ask for seconds. It's a top-tier Copenhagen dessert. The final sweet treat was a twist on milk and cookies. Whipped milk was served with bite-sized cookies filled with thick, a sustainable chocolate alternative made from upcycled ingredients like spent grains from beer production and cacao shells. It was a fun, playful ending to a fantastic meal. Esse might be a new restaurant, but Matt Orlando's next chapter carries the same strong vision that defined Amass 12 years ago. For over a decade, Orlando has shaped the global conversation around sustainability in fine dining, inspiring chefs and restaurants everywhere to rethink what it truly means to run a responsible kitchen. His approach goes far beyond farm-to-table ideals and zero-waste philosophies. At Esse, sustainability runs from the dining room into the kitchen, emphasizing that how you treat your team is just as important as how you source your ingredients. While Amass never received a Michelin star, we believe Esse could. Matt Orlando's new restaurant feels more refined, more focused, and more delicious than ever. But Esse is more than a restaurant. It's a creative hub, a living philosophy, and a continuation of one of Copenhagen's most important culinary legacies. Did you know we have an international food community? Join the Hungries to connect with other foodies around the world. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more food and travel videos. And be sure to follow us on Instagram at @AndersHusa and Carnivore. Thanks for watching!